Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn academic time. Ahoy hoy gang, if this is your first time with us, welcome, and if you're joining us from a previous video, hey, we love to see it, and I hope you're doing well. Haha, I caught up to get to this moment. I caught up to get here. We got a new episode of Familyguy to talk about. Let's go. It's a lot. I don't know. Like, I'm working on, I keep saying I'm working on the script, but I am actually working on the script, even as I'm recording this right now. I plan on getting a few more episodes written while I'm recording these reviews and uploading them. This episode is a lot, but ironically, I think with a few twists, now they aren't dramatic twists and changes, but with a few twists, things could be a lot different. Things could actually be good. So, how bad was this episode really? Well, there's only one way to find out and 3 questions that must be asked. What worked? What failed? What boy and bear marriages will be curtailed? Yeah, I'm not really a fan. So let's review Friend's Best Man. By now, anyone that saw my intro and liked this episode has already left, so we can boo them. Boo Wendy Chesterberger. No, this was a whole thing, and I would be very, very intrigued if anyone actually enjoyed this episode, because I don't think they're out there. I think you're fibbing. I think you're Fibonacci fibbing right there if you're telling me you enjoyed this. Let's go over the Peter and Lois story first. Peter and Lois decide to film themselves doing it and are not happy with the results. They realize they're old, they realize they're not attractive, they're hacking up lungs, they're wheezing. It's very real. And it really kind of cements that, hey, these are parents in their 40s, and they are not glorifying that. Where Stan and Francine are relatively in shape, and I believe in their 40s. They might have just turned 40, maybe late 30s. They are much better put together. They are also much better well off. It's just, they are very uncomfortable in their own skin. And they end up releasing this footage. And this footage becomes very popular. They become local, I guess, heroes. Because the video is so disgusting, it helps kids follow abstinence. Because they don't want to look like that. I feel like it's not, I almost feel like it's not mean enough. I feel like it was maybe 2 or 3 steps away from greatness. Just an opportunity to be really, really almost twist the knife horrible with Lois and Peter, because they have not been good characters this season. And I feel like that's kind of what they're doing here. Someone even pointed out, and I didn't even notice it until they did, there's been a severe lack of cutaways this season. They just aren't doing them. They'll move over to another scene, but it doesn't have the setup that other seasons had in the past. Like, oh, Lois, this is just like that time where X happened because of Y. You don't have that. It just cuts over. And I feel like Family Guy needs cutaways. It needs those buffers. Because if you're just cutting between these stories, it just sort of trips and falls and has to collect its teeth to go to the dentist and get them put back in. And it's a nightmare. It's not funny. None of this episode is particularly funny, and it doesn't really have any flow. But the one highlight of the episode is that the B story is cohesive and believable for Peter and Lois right now. And when that is the only compliment I can offer, that A story has to be incredible. Stewie is engaged to Rupert and decides he wants Chris to be his best man, and they send Brian around running errands while Brian is upset he wasn't chosen to be Stewie's best man. Now lock it in, gang. How do you think this episode's going to end? Where do you think this story could possibly go? Because, as sad as it is, it's pretty painfully obvious. I was really afraid. I told my wife, I was like, I think I know where this is going to go. I have a very good suspicion on where this is going to go. And I really don't want it to go in that direction. And then it did. Spoilers. By the end of the episode, when Brian confronts Stewie reveals he did all of this to make Brian jealous because he wanted Brian to marry him so they could be together forever. Aww, the boy wants to be with his dog and have endless sleepovers and cuddle and be friends. Remember when Stewie got knocked up with Brian's kids just so that they would be closer together? Remember that? Remember that episode? That was like 12 years ago. That was not a recent episode, but it's one of the most infamous episodes in the show. And Stewie does this all the time. It didn't really need to be an episode. And Chris, being the best man, never really delivers. Now, here is where I am going to flip the script a little bit. Here is how I would fix this episode, and it's actually very easy. I'd make it an American Dad episode. Yeah, what? The academic likes American Dad and thinks this story concept would be better in that? Say it ain't so, but follow me here. The Peter and Lois, tape story, have that be a Jeff and Haley story. Have them realize that they need to get in shape. They're in their 30s. They need to figure this out, or 20s or whatever. Haley is millennial coded. You will not change my mind on that. But, have them be something that represents abstinence and have them feel super guilty about it and how lame they feel. Like, you could go all in on that. Granted, the Peter and Lois story, that's fine. That probably doesn't need to be amended, but it wouldn't make sense for Stan and Francine to feel that way. Instead, for the A story, have Roger be getting married, have them not see the groom, and have Stan be jealous that Steve is Roger's best man, because Stan famously very rarely gets to be best man. If anyone should be best man at Roger's wedding, it should be Stan. Have him try and sabotage it. Have him be convinced that the person Roger's marrying is just Roger in disguise, or that he's trying to, do a scheme by marrying someone. That's how we got Shari in the show. Like, there's ways you could very easily make this an American Dad episode, and it would actually work. Oh, all of this was just Roger doing a gag, and then he walks off and says that if he was actually ever getting married, he'd pick Stan to be his best man every single time? Works way better. Having Stan go and pick up all of Roger's college buddies that are way too young to have gone to college with Roger, and they all talk about how he slept with all their dads, makes way more sense than a baby. It's just, this episode doesn't work on, like, a base level. It doesn't shine in any noticeable way. There's only so many ways you can say an episode is bad, but this episode is bad. It's just not entertaining. It's baffling that we've gotten 24 seasons in and we're still getting this. This wasn't it, gang. This was not it at all. Friend's Best Man is a peel-removing 2 out of 10. And it's only a 2 out of 10 because I think as an American Dad episode, it probably would have been a 7 or 8 out of 10. Watch American Dad. Just have a ball. Watch more American Dad. Consume daddage. And there we have it. That was my review of Friend's Best Man. Anything you think I was right on? Wrong on? What was your favorite part of the episode? Least favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like what you saw, consider liking, subscribing, hyping, and telling your friends. Oh, we're out here. Yeah, no, it would have been better as an American Dad episode. I won't stop saying that. it did not work on any fundamental level. And I think maybe some cutaways could have saved it, but what cutaways are they doing? What creativity are they showing this season? So far, it's been like the Western episode, and that's about it. Otherwise, it has been a missed opportunity, just top to bottom. I'm so tired of this episode. I'm so burnt out on this season of Family Guy. Thankfully, as I understand it, it's only like an 18 episode season, so we're already over halfway there. We are turning the bend on episodes of Family Guy. We are almost done with this season, and then I can finally get the bigger stuff out. We're almost there. We are inching along. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here at the Lecture Hall. Hey, if you want to support the channel, consider joining our membership or Patreon programs today. $2 a month gets you your name on this fancy list of champions. So awesome and cool and awesome. Love you. It's just, yeah, no, they're great. We love having them. Like always, stay strong. Keep fighting that good fight. And remember, even if you just woke up today, I'm proud of you. A rising tide lifts all ships, and boy, I can hope that a wave is a coming. Thank you so much for watching. Without you, this channel wouldn't be here, and it genuinely means the world to me. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you all next time.